If you've ever been spectating on a rally stage, you know the feeling, right? That buzz of anticipation in the air. First, it's dead quiet, then you hear a faint little pop, pop, pop way off in the distance. It gets louder and louder till it's a full-on scream, and then, whoosh! A car just explodes past you in this incredible flash of speed and noise. It's a total sensory overload. You've got this blur of color, the car dancing right on the razor's edge of control. It's just amazing. It's the whole reason we stand out in the cold and the rain for hours, isn't it? We're all there chasing those few perfect seconds of motorsport magic. It's what makes this sport so incredibly addictive.
But here's the thing. When that car vanishes around the next corner, the magic doesn't just stop. That's only the part you can see. Behind that one single moment, there's this massive, almost invisible world of planning and people. So what does it really take to shut down a public road and let these cars fly for our entertainment? Well, that's exactly what we're about to dig into.
Okay, let's get into it. Every single rally begins not with a driver turning a key, but with a plan, you know? Think of it like building a skyscraper. You can't just start throwing up walls without a super detailed blueprint. A rally is exactly the same. It's this huge, complicated logistical puzzle.
So, first things first. The kind of event we're all watching is officially called a special stage rally. Now, the stage is just a section of a public road that's been closed off. And the special part? Well, that's because it's the only place where the drivers are going absolutely flat out. The winner is simply the crew who gets through all of these stages in the lowest total time. It's a pure, raw test of speed against the clock. And this is the really big difference between a rally and a race. Think of a rally as a series of individual time trials, right? Each car starts one by one, setting its own time. A race, on the other hand, is what you see on a circuit. Everybody starts together, battling it out wheel to wheel. Rallying is really a fight against time itself.
And the planning for these time trials is just immense. I mean, look at this timeline. This is what's kind of crazy. We're talking 4 months out just to apply for a single spectator area. And that's just one tiny piece of the puzzle. That one day of sport that you go out and enjoy is the result of hundreds and hundreds of hours of work by dozens of volunteers over almost half a year. It's a truly staggering amount of effort.
So who are these people doing all this work? Well, this whole thing is run by a massive volunteer army. You see them as flashes of high-vis yellow on the side of the road, right? But these are the folks who give up their weekends, stand in the wind and the rain, and pour all their passion into the sport just so the rest of us can have a good time. They are, without a doubt, the lifeblood of rallying.
And just like any army, this one has its generals. The clerk of the course, or the COC, they're like the director of the whole movie. Every single decision flows through them. Then you have the chief marshal, who's in charge of all the troops, the hundreds of marshals. And each individual stage has its own captain, the stage commander, who has total authority over their stretch of road. It's a really serious and very clear chain of command.
So what about the marshals you actually see when you're out there? Well, their job is absolutely critical. Just imagine for a second, a car slides wide and gets stuck in a ditch, totally hidden from view around a blind corner. That marshal, with their flag and their radio, is the one and only thing stopping the next car from arriving at full speed into a crash scene. They are the human safety system.
And that brings us to what is probably the most important part of this entire explainer, especially for anyone who loves watching from the side of the road. This is where we need to get serious, because nothing, and I mean nothing, is more important than your safety. Where you are asked to stand is not a suggestion, it's a science.
Okay, take a look at this diagram. It illustrates it perfectly. You see the roadblocks, of course, but notice those big red areas marked prohibited. Now, those aren't just placed there at random. They're calculated based on the speed of the corner, the terrain, the likely runoff. Basically, they're the places a car is most likely to end up if something goes wrong. That designated spectator box is specifically chosen to give you a great view while keeping you well out of that danger zone. It's a system literally designed to protect you.
But here's the hard truth. Even with the absolute best plans in the world, the risk can never be zero. And this is the crucial point. Every official warning sign you see has this phrase on it for a very good reason. I've been to hundreds of stages, and trust me, I've seen how quickly things can go wrong. You have to respect the danger. The organizers do everything they possibly can, but you are an active participant in your own safety.
Now, right before the rally cars show up, you'll see this car come through. This is the spectator safety car, and it's really important to pay attention to it. The crew drives the stage one last time, and through their loudspeaker, they're going to give you the most up-to-date instructions. They might tell you to move back a few feet, or point out a hidden danger you hadn't noticed. Think of them as your final safety check.
Okay, so the cars are on the stage, the adrenaline's pumping,
But what happens when things don't go to plan? Well, when there's an incident on stage, a very precise and immediate procedure kicks in, and understanding it can tell you a lot about what's actually happening.
If you see a marshal waving a yellow flag, that is a direct signal to the next competitor. It means danger ahead, slow down. It could be for anything: a car stopped in the stage, debris on the road, or even spectators getting a bit too close. But here's the critical thing to remember. It does not mean the stage is stopped. Cars will still be coming. They'll just be doing it with more caution.
And that marshal's response is lightning fast. The second they spot a hazard, boom, the flag is out to warn the very next car. At the exact same time, they're on the radio, reporting what's happened directly to rally control. That single radio call sets the entire event's emergency plan into motion, getting everyone from medical teams to recovery crews ready to go.
And here's a really brilliant, simple piece of safety tech. If a car stops, look in their side window. The crew has to display either a green board that says OK, meaning they're fine, or a red board with a cross on it that says SOS. This was brought in to get over any language barriers or loud engine noise, and it tells the next car and all the officials in a single glance whether urgent medical help is needed. It's an absolute lifesaver.
So when you start to put all these pieces together, the months of planning, the volunteer army, the science of the safety plan, it becomes really clear. As a spectator, you are not just watching the show from the outside. You are an essential, active part of the complex system that makes a rally happen in the first place.
Your role is actually pretty straightforward, but it's vitally important. Respect the tape, stay out of those prohibited zones. Never, ever walk on the stage after the road-closed car has gone through. And above all, listen to the marshals. They're there to help keep you safe. And hey, next time you're leaving a stage, if you walk past a marshal, just give them a nod or a thank you. Seriously, they really, really appreciate it.
So, the next time you're out on a stage and you hear that roar building up in the valley, you're going to see things differently. You won't just see a bit of tape, you'll see a safety system. You won't just see a person in a high-vis jacket, you'll see a crucial link in a long chain. You'll understand the incredible hidden world that makes those few seconds of magic possible. You're not just a spectator anymore, you're an insider.